Hey guys, good afternoon. It's Master Flame with Moorpark Karate and Krav Maga in Moorpark, California, along with my co-host again. He's back, Master Kevin Kowalczik in Littleton, Colorado, from Revolution Martial Arts. And I don't know if you can see it, but
You are rocking the shirt.
I'm repping the Revolution
I
today.
love it.
I like it too. Well, listen, you ever have one of those crazy days where like nothing seems to be kind of fitting just right? I don't know. I feel like I'm having a lot of those these days, but here we are. We're 28 minutes late. I apologize if you're one of those people that's waiting right at 1:30 for us to do our video, but we're on and we're here. And this week, our theme for our Thursday thoughts is what is confidence? And our quote for this week is life is not easy for any of us. Man, that can
So
be true,
true.
right? But what of that? We must have perseverance and above all, confidence in ourselves. Now, listen, today I actually had the opportunity to go in and talk to a kindergarten class. As a matter of fact, three kindergarten classes. I read The Kind Ninja today, and I got to read to a class at Mountain Meadows Elementary. So thank you, Priscilla Mathis, for bringing me out and having me in the classroom. Our mayor was there reading. We had a fire captain there. It was super cool. Anyway, my point is that I discussed the four pillars of success that I talk about when we break boards. And the first thing I always talk about is confidence. And when you have confidence, you have to believe in yourself, even when you're a little bit nervous. We talked about the anxious ninja in our Kind Ninja book. And, even when you're feeling a little shy, a little nervous, a little bit out of sorts, you got to believe in yourself and know that you can do it. And I had the kids repeat over and over, I can do it. I can do it. Because we were talking about board breaking. And when
Yes.
it comes to board breaking, you got to tell yourself, I can do it. So the whole theme today again is what is confidence? What is confidence? I'm going to read the paragraph that goes with that. It says confidence means being sure of ourselves and the choices we make. This can be hard. Sometimes it's not easy to see what the right choice is, but we have to trust ourselves. We have to trust what we know, what we feel, and who we are in order to make an even difficult choice
Like
with
that.
confidence. Yeah.
Like that.
So great word for this month. I'm loving it. Last month we talked about honesty. Now we're talking about confidence. Mr. K, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think confidence really is just the memory of winning, right? It's remembering to be successful, and you rack up all these little wins along the way that start to all of a sudden build this thing inside of you called confidence, right? But what happens is sometimes we don't set goals, or we set goals and fail, or we don't succeed maybe to the level that we thought we should or we wanted
Mm-hmm.
to. And those little losses in our mind, that starts to break our confidence down. And we start to not believe in ourselves and not believe we're good enough or not believe that we deserve, right? Here's the thing is, if you can set little goals for everybody watching at home, set little goals, small goals that you can attain every single day. If you can attain little small goals, even if they're minuscule, little things, that all adds up. And confidence to me is the memory of winning, right? It's remembering that you were successful. You checked off all those little goals. Like for me, every day I have to get up and go to the gym. I have to work out. I try to eat healthy. I try to drink my water. I try to fuel my body properly, right? Even though they're little things like making my bed in the morning, if I can do those little single small things over and over and over, I start to build confidence that then helps me in the bigger things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And hey, Nathan Cook is watching. Thank you, Nathan.
Yes.
He says, fail your way towards success. Walking is just controlled failing. I mean,
I love
listen,
that.
um, I don't think that we can have any level of success without understanding failure and
100%.
having the confidence to bounce back and to move forward. In martial arts, we focus on, black belt. Black belt is a big goal in martial arts. But as you said, those small, minuscule goals along the way. I mean, listen, it's as simple as coming to class, get to class, earn
Show
your
up.
stripes, earn your
Exactly.
stripes, earn your belt, right? And one class gets you closer to earning your stripe. One stripe gets you closer to your next belt. One belt gets you closer to black belt. And guys, let's not forget that black belt is absolutely not the end. It just happens to be that one first really big goal that we put in front of
First
ourselves.
big benchmark, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
Dana
that's
Abbott's watching. What's up, Dana? How
hey,
are you?
thank you for watching. Love it.
I appreciate it, man.
All
Um,
of our students, I think all of our students, though, everybody's watching in the martial arts industry, whether they're just our students, your students, people watching around, confidence is such a big thing that martial arts really does build. It really does cultivate, right? And getting out of that comfort zone and doing that little thing that's challenging is where we grow in our confidence. Like the first time we have to put a uniform and a belt on and step on the mat, that can be a little bit nerve-wracking, right? The first time you spar, that's scary. The first time you do a tournament, that's scary. The first time you break a board, that can be a little bit scary. But getting out of your comfort zone really does build confidence to help you in life off the mat. And I wish parents really saw the value in that, because truly, 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 those little things that we're doing in martial arts are going to impact the rest of these kids' lives. It's such an
Oh,
important thing.
and you mentioned several things, and what you said was the first time. First time's always scary. Doesn't really matter
Doesn't
what
matter.
you do, right? But I mean, you gotta just have that confidence in yourself, believe in yourself, take that first step, and then learn from your success or learn from your failure, take the next step, and so on and so forth. Just like Nathan said, walking is just controlled falling, right? Hey, Carl's watching. Carl Fleury, good to watch. Can't wait to get back at it. Heal up, sir. I know you're working on a little shoulder injury. Can't wait to have you back in class. And I'm excited to get you to go through phase one or level one instructor training for Krav Maga. So hopefully that'll happen in October for you. But, talking about confidence and failing or succeeding, your victories, your losses. We're having testing this week. I know you got testing coming up pretty soon. But testing,
Legal.
here's what I love about testing in our school is, by the time you come to graduation, the testing process is just about complete, because we do stripes, and that stripe is essentially your midterm towards getting your next belt. But even when a test is not a pass or fail situation, a test is just pushing yourself to be, were you the best that you can be that day? And guess what? If you weren't, you got to be honest with yourself. We talked about that, being honest with yourself and getting back to training again. Because let's face it, all the kids that, and adults, excuse me, all of our students that earned belts today and will earn yesterday and will earn their belt today, um, you know, whether you passed or you failed or you did your best or you didn't, guess what? You're going to be back to training tomorrow. Now, what are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with the training for the next day?
Yeah.
Right? Are you going to improve, or are you going to succumb to that? Oh, I'm not good enough. I wasn't good enough. I should be better.
Yeah.
Maybe so. But what are you going to do? And let's see. Noah was so scared on his first performance at the tournament, but pushed through. I believe it helped his confidence for sure. Thank you both for the opportunity. Absolutely.
He was great too, by the way.
I think this has got to be Sam. Sam, and dude, let me tell you, Noah killed it. He
Yeah.
killed it. He went
He
to a
was great.
national tournament for the first time ever and placed third. I think he did a phenomenal. He's grown so much. I don't know if you remember Noah the first time that you came
Oh
out and then
yeah.
the second time coming out.
Yeah.
You see this growth. You see this
He's
growth and you see
so
the
great. Yeah, he's a totally
confidence.
different kid. Totally different kid. Oh, did you lose me for a minute?
I did. Yep. Sorry about that. It was just kind of
No,
freezing
you're
you up.
good. Yeah, it's putting yourself in those uncomfortable situations like belt testings and tournaments and all these things that we're talking about that really help build the character skill of confidence, right? And you don't really fail. There are little lessons along the way. Even if you do fail, it's a lesson that's learned so that you can better yourself. Um,
Mm-hmm.
one of my best black belts, he failed his black belt test the first time around. And it was something that he really had to dig deep and say, do I really want this? And it made him work 10 times harder. And then he earned his black belt and he was a more confident leader because of that little loss, that little setback, right? Shout out to Mr.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Casamassa. Hopefully he's watching. But we were just at the tournament there in California, and I was listening to
Mm-hmm.
him talk to a student. And he said, wow,
Yep.
you got first place. And he gave this little girl a high five. And he said, you know what I got my first tournament? Nothing. Do you know what I got my second tournament? Nothing. Do you know what I won my third tournament? Nothing. And he's one of the most confident leaders there are, right? He's amazing. But that's because those little lessons along the way build that character skill up, right? So I think that's awesome just to share with people. So shout out to
I, I
Chris.
I love that story too, because you and I were walking, and I didn't know if you actually heard that,
Oh,
but
I
I
was
heard it.
listening.
It stuck
Yep.
out to me big time. I was like, wow, what a cool lesson to get from someone like that. Now, when I talk about board breaking with kids, as I was talking about earlier, I said confidence is number one. Focus is number two, discipline is number three, and then commitment. And all of these things are kind of a cycle, right? So if we have the confidence to do something new, and we stay focused on improvement, and we are disciplined in our practice, and we are committed to our training even when we don't want to, we come back to a renewed confidence, which starts that cycle over again. I just think it's really important as parents, as coaches, as teachers, as leaders, that we try to realize where they are in the cycle, and try to just get them to that next step, and help them build that confidence, because with a fair amount of confidence, you can literally accomplish just about anything you set your mind to.
Absolutely. And I would add too to the martial arts school owners that are watching and instructors that are watching, making sure you're challenging students. Don't make it be too easy because they know when it's too easy. They know when they're not being challenged, and then it actually ends up being not fun, and then you don't retain them, right? In
Hmm.
order to build that confidence in them, you have to challenge them a little bit. The curriculum should be a little bit challenging. It should be a little bit tough to where they actually got to dig deep and work at it, because then when they succeed,
Hmm.
that's what makes it so worth it, right? That's where the confidence comes from, is knowing like how hard I had to work. So for all the school owners that are watching, think about being a black belt. Was your black belt test easy? No. And one of the things we all do in the industry is we all sit around and talk about how hard our black belt tests were, right? But that's what makes it so worth it, is because you know what you had to do to earn it, right?
Hmm.
That's like with our Raptor curriculum. We want the curriculum to be tough enough and challenging enough, but yet doable, but still challenging and fun to where it builds the confidence in the students. And man, if you haven't checked that curriculum out, you guys are missing out. You guys need to get on that.
Well, you beat me to the segue of talking about Raptor. You beat me there. But I was just going to say, when you're talking about a challenging curriculum, one of the things that we did is we went out and found a curriculum that was going to be an addition and a supplement, and something that was going to add to make our program even stronger and even better and give more opportunity. And I can't tell you enough how much Raptor has changed our elite training program, which is our upgrade program. So after basic level, you start moving up and challenging yourself with elite training,
Yep.
but then going a step further, and the students that are on our demo team and our competition team now, without Raptor, that may not have happened as effectively and systematically. For you school owners, systematically is important, right? You can't just throw something in the mix.
Yep.
This is a built out program for every weapon. We've got 10 different weapons. We've got kickboxing modules. We have demo team modules, and so much more on the way.
Yep.
We've got the new updated website that you're going to be able to log in and be able to hold students accountable. So get ready for our students, because we'll be implementing this so that you guys can see how we can encourage, right? We can encourage more homework and a trackable system for completing that homework. So, anything to add to that, Mr. K?
No, I'm just excited to see it's totally like changing the industry. It's totally revolutionizing the industry with bringing sport karate and some of the creative, more extreme style stuff into martial arts schools, that any student of any age, any fitness level, any skill level, they can all do it. People think like, oh, you have to go do a backflip and all this crazy stuff. You don't have to be able to do any of that stuff to learn this stuff, to teach it and have students that are high level that can do it. The system is turnkey. It's broken down. It's ready to go. And the schools that are using it are seeing great successes. It's amazing. So super honored to be able to help change lives in the business, in the martial arts industry.
Well, we appreciate you and appreciate that Raptor
Yes,
is
sir.
our sponsor for this show. So, without further ado, I'm going to kick off a little video to show you guys what the Raptor Extreme program is all about. We will be back next week for our Thursday thoughts, when we continue with the lessons on confidence. And we'll be talking about one of the biggest confidence killers is the thought that I'm not good enough. And
Ooh.
I don't mean good enough like, we've been talking in class about this a little bit. There's a very big difference between I'm not good enough and not accepting good enough as a standard. we'll talk more about that next week. So I'll leave you with this video. We hope that everybody has a great week and a great weekend.
We'll see you guys.